All right.
Let's play. Here, you can play.
This is my audience, 3.5 people. Okay, now you can. All right. Whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is as folding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy. Hello, I'm Jessica Keller. That was a stanza from the Desiderata. I have gone back to this text over and over again over the years, and at this point in my life, I believe I'm living the way it is telling us to. So I'm going to tell you about my life's journey and how I got to this point. I'm the middle of 3 girls born to Marshall and Patricia Keller, mom a dentist and dad a musical theater major turned chef. A couple whose marriage wasn't socially acceptable at the time in Texas due to my mother being white and my father being black. But they defied the odds and raised us in Catholic schools, prioritizing education, service, and family. Education beyond the classroom also. My mother was our Girl Scout leader and my father was the coach of all our sports teams. We grew up with an appreciation of musical theater, summers spent binging books from the library while we waited for the brisket to smoke, planting gardens every year, and that monthly deep garage cleaning day that we dreaded. I was a strong-willed child and wasn't able to express my feelings in the proper way and would act on impulses, and I always ended up having to learn the hard way. Growing up in Catholic schools instilled a love for learning and discipline in the classroom. I continued my education at a Catholic high school and spent my first year of college at a Catholic university. I'd planned on studying pharmacy, but the first time away from home was hard, made harder when my dad was diagnosed with kidney disease. As a self-proclaimed daddy's girl, I could not focus on school when he was sick and hundreds of miles away, so I decided not to go back the next year and started at El Centro College in their culinary program. I loved learning about cooking, a lot of which I already knew thanks to my dad, but the stress of adulthood and the unknown with my dad drove me to make those impulsive decisions again, and this time I was an adult and had to deal with the consequences myself. I didn't finish the degree and I went straight into the kitchens where I gained more skills, experience, but also bad habits. But I would regret not bothering him with what I was going through because he would pass away unexpectedly. But like the Desiderata advises, I kept peace in my soul. Then the pandemic hit and I was blessed with a baby boy who I named Thaddeus Marshall. Being a mother really motivated me to get back into school and finish my degree. He gave me confidence and purpose, and for once I was excited for the future. So here I am working towards a more comfortable future for my son and myself. I'm working on balance in my life between being a mother, school, my job as a teacher's assistant, and my part-time job as a chef. So in order to get back in touch with myself, I've tried to take on some hobbies that bring happiness and foster creativity. I've started a garden with my mom and son this year, prioritized touching grass by getting outside and being in nature. I started working on DIY projects, big and small. I found a love for reading again, where I'm learning how to properly support my son's mental health by changing the way I react and speak so that he's able to grow into an emotionally intelligent man. He motivates me to be the best version of myself. If you had told me 10 years ago that I would only have one living parent, that I would be working in education, and I would have a child, I wouldn't have believed you. Even though my journey has been full of hills and valleys, it is just what I needed to be who I am today. So I'll leave you with another line from the Desiderata. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You're a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars, and you have a right to be here. Thank you very much for your time.